Yes, hello and welcome on into a new series here on 11am Sports. It is Madden 22 franchise mode, and we are going to play as the Atlanta Falcons, a team who are perhaps not as good as they once were. Matt Ryan as the quarterback, Calvin Ridley as our star receiver, and we also have Kyle Pitts, the number 4 overall pick from the draft, playing in this team as well. We have lost Julio Jones in the offseason to the Tennessee Titans, who, as you can see, are the team we're going to be playing against in our first preseason game here. I'm just going to talk you through the squad that we will be using. The first player in our team we'll be looking at here is the quarterback. You can see the quarterback room there. There's only one of real note to talk about, being Matt Ryan. The backup, AJ McCarron, formerly with the Bengals. Matt Ryan, been here for such a long time. He should be a very, very solid player for us. Running back room, Mike Davis, Cordero Patterson. You've also got Quadri Olsen, who is in there as well, the 2-year player who might be in, and you never know. Keith Smith's our fullback, and now have a look at the wide receivers. Calvin Ridley, the star receiver out of Alabama, really he's head and shoulders above the rest. We've got Russell Gage, Taji Sharp, Zacchaeus, Frank Darby as well. They're the only ones of real note. We've got Hayden Hurst and Kyle Pitts as our 2 tight ends. Kyle Pitts could be an outstanding player for years to come here. The offensive line is not as good as it certainly could be. There's a lot of very lowly rated players in there, a few 60s across the offensive line. Perhaps one of the star mans on it being Chris Lindstrom at right guard. But yeah, not great, and it's somewhere we're going to have to be improving, I think. Jacob Tuoti Mariner is going to be playing at left end. Grady Jarrett will play in the right end, also cover at tackle as well. We've got Tyler Davison and Sagapulo as well, who will play across that defensive tackle position. Brandon Copeland playing on the left outside linebacker position, sometimes at left end. Dion Jones and Foyosade Aluakon, I'm not going to be able to say his name properly, but Aluakon in there in the linebacker positions. Bavarius Mingo can play off the edge, as well as Fowler as well, playing in that right outside linebacker position. The cornerbacks are not great, but they're okay. Terrell Moreau, Oliver and Kendall Sheffield. Deron Harmon, the 8-year vet, will be playing at free safety. And Richie Grant, the rookie, will be playing at the defensive strong safety position. And that is the team that you'll get to see over the next few weeks as we play franchise mode here. You can see our first preseason game, as I mentioned, was up against the Tennessee Titans. Someone who we know plays for them. That's Julio Jones, formerly of us. And he's joined a pretty decent offensive unit in the Tennessee Titans, mainly led by that man, Derrick Henry, because he's had 3 rushes so far in this game for 30 yards. Absolutely ripping through our defense here. Ryan Tannehill drops back for this one and throws that away. AJ Brown and Julio Jones is the 2 wide receivers for the Tennessee Titans. They're very, very dangerous. I imagine they'll give us a bit of a problem in this game as well. Derrick Henry, no surprises there. Another run for him. 4 rushes, 38 yards now. And Tannehill throws that one to the right hand side. And that's AJ Brown that's caught that. This is surely going to be a touchdown for the Titans. It's thrown, and there is that man, the former Falcon, Julio Jones, who scores a touchdown against us in this first pre-season game. And it puts the Titans 6-0 up when they tuck in that extra point. And they're 7-0 up with just 4 minutes played in this first quarter. We are playing 10-minute quarters. I feel as if that works quite well. What a run from Mike Davis for the first play for us here as the Falcons boss. 17 yards on that first down run. The second one not quite as efficient, but he is trying. We've ran every play so far. Mike Davis taking over that running back position. Remember, Devonta Freeman was the running back for a few years alongside Tevin Coleman, a 1-2 punch. It then was Todd Gurley last year, and that's thrown into triple coverage. And no matter how good Calvin Ridley is, I don't think he's going to get a hold of that ball. For so long it was Freeman and Coleman. Todd Gurley came in last last year did not perform particularly well, and now Mike Davis is coming in to take the place of him. Mike Davis has went down with an injury, however, early in this game, and that ball was thrown up by Matt Ryan, and Kyle Pitts takes that one not quite and ends up being incompletion. We go for it on 4th down, so they're trying to kick the field goal. It was just short of what it had to be, and the ball was turned over on downs, and here we are on 3rd and 4 for the Titans. It's thrown off to Henry, who gets past one man, gets past a second, and it takes 2 men to try and bring him down there. Derrick Henry, outstanding. He's trying to add that to his game as a pass catching back, and he's done that there. On 3rd and 5 now, very close to the end zone. The ball's thrown out to Fuxer, and he gets past, and it's a good hit from Sheffield there, but it doesn't stop them getting the 1st down. It's 2nd and goal now. The ball's tossed back to Henry, who gets stopped in the backfield. A good tackle there from Green, and the quarter comes to an end, and the backups have come out. And you can see Tennessee looking to see if they can get a second touch in this game. No, they can't. It's a sack from Means, and it's 4th and goal, and they'll kick the field goal. And we're going to show you all of the games that we have in pre-season here today, and our backups are out as well, and that means AJ McCarron throws it to Hayden Hurst. He's 2 for 2 so far as AJ McCarron, but you'll get to see all 3 pre-season games in today's episode. You'll get to see obviously mainly the first choice players, but you'll get to see some of the backups as well. AJ McCarron tossed that up towards Zacchaeus, and it's incomplete. And he goes for it on 4th down and 9 from the halfway. It's launched again towards Zacchaeus. Can he get it second time lucky? Yes, he can. Zacchaeus with a great catch. I'm not quite sure if it's Zacchaeus or Zacchaeus. I will say it probably both ways. I apologise for that. But a great completion there downfield towards Zacchaeus. Move those, change. And here it is, Cordero Patterson, who is mainly known as a pass catching running back, formerly a wide receiver. He's also a very good return man. He's our backup running back, probably will be a 3rd down back most of the time. But Cordry Ollison takes that in for a touchdown there, number 30. One of our 3rd or 4th choice running backs there. A nice simple run, not touched as he goes into the end zone. The ball is with us again here. We've launched it long towards Zacchaeus, and it's intercepted as that ball, and they come away with it. The Titans, good tackle from Hayden Hurst. 10-7 the score here just before half time. And yeah, not a very good throw from AJ McCarron there. Straight into double coverage. And it's not even double coverage. Just one of the cornerbacks peeled off as Zacchaeus. It wasn't even long enough to get to him. And the ball is picked off there. However, we do get a sack thanks to Davidson there on Deshaun Kaiser, who's the backup quarterback for the Titans. And the ball was turned over again, and we tried to throw the ball in towards Zacchaeus again. That is intercepted. That time it was double coverage. Cruikshank with it. Lots of interceptions in this game for us, unfortunately. And Deshaun Kaiser's got it on the 2nd and 10 here, and we've sacked him. A good sack from Graham there. This second string offensive line maybe isn't that great for Tennessee. We've got 3 sacks so far, and it's 3rd and 17. And can we close this off again? No, we can't. Instead, they're managing to run all the way through us here. And could this be a touchdown for the Tennessee Titans? 86-yard touchdown. Indeed, it can be. Number 25 with the touchdown there for them. Their backup running back. AJ McCarron with the ball now. Can he launch the ball long? He tries to, and it's bounced off of Frank Darby, and it's picked off by the defence, and they've taken that in for a touchdown. Has Fulton, 21-yard return. That was unfortunate the way it bounced off Darby. The ball's thrown, over the middle, and it's a good catch from Zacchaeus there. It's a timeout, and we'll see if we can get points on the board to finish off this second half. Play action in towards Zacchaeus, and it's a good catch from him. And he has got himself his first receiving touchdown of the day, as has AJ McCarron. And we go into this half-time interval 2 scores down. A good touchdown from us there. A nice throw, a good breakaway from Zacchaeus, and he was in absolute acres of space. And you can see we're just going to simulate this second half. We managed to get a field goal. Tennessee got themselves a touchdown. We got another field goal. And then we got ourselves a touchdown. Failed the 2-point conversion. Tennessee get themselves a field goal, and they win the game by 8 points in the end. A close game to start that. And we move on to week 2 of the preseason here, where we play up against the Miami Dolphins. Matt Ryan throws the ball to Cordero Patterson there on the first play of the game, and he only gets a gain of 2 yards. 3rd and 6 now, thrown into Pitts. And he just about comes back and gets that ball, and we are advancing the ball up the field here. 2 passes for 10 yards. You can see play action here. The ball is handed off to Davis, a fake jet sweep. And it's an injury to Calvin Ridley here in this second preseason game. Mike Davis is back after the injury he suffered in the last game, and he's absolutely destroyed in that left-hand side. And Hayden Hurst is injured now. 2 of our offensive pieces. And it's a bruised sternum for Ridley. He won't be able to return to the game. The ball's launched toward Kyle Pitts, and that's a fantastic catch from Kyle Pitts. Goes up and grabs that. He's a bit of a secret weapon, to be honest. It's not quite fair what he does. Play fake. Matt Ryan with it, moving to the right hand side, throws it toward the end zone, the back corner, and what an interception there from McCourty. One of the McCourty twins, Jason McCourty there, and Tua Tagovailoa comes out to play up against us here in the second preseason game. The ball was dropped off, and that was a short pass from Tua down to Todd Gurley, who is the running back for the Dolphins this season. They obviously have picked him up off free agency, and we've blocked a field goal attempt there, and Kominski grabs the ball. Can he come away with it? No, he gets challenged in the end. A fumble recovery. We managed to block that field goal attempt. Good play from our special teams. Matt Ryan with the ball, 2nd and 5, launches it long towards Russell Gage. It's a cracking catch, and it's absolutely outstanding. 36-yard reception. Some nice play downfield from Matt Ryan there, and we will move those chains. You can see this. Launches it downfield. Russell Gage in behind the defence, and a good catch. And he's out of bounds. 1st and 10. Finds Mike Davis, and he's in acres of space, and he's going in absolutely untouched. And it's a touchdown for Mike Davis there. His first touchdown of the day. Obviously, Atlanta's first touchdown of the day. And we will kick this extra point, hopefully. No, we're going to fake it. Let's see. Youngwei Koo throws that. It's caught by Kyle Pitts, who goes out of bounds. He was in acres of space. He could have got the 2 points. It shows you we're practicing our fakes here in the preseason, and it just was not a good effort, I'm afraid. But we have got an interception there. Fabian Moreau is intercepted on 3rd and 10 to Tagovailoa, and we have got the ball back here just at the end of the first quarter. Play fake, ender right, there we go. Kyle Pitts with the ball. That was a bootleg from Matt Ryan. And a good catch from Kyle Pitts just to end this quarter, and we lead it 6-0. Matt Ryan with it, 2nd and 3 from the halfway. He moves to the right, gets hit as he throws, and it's a poor throw, not a great connection. The defensive end's got a hold of the ball here, number 91 for the Dolphins. It's a good interception from Emmanuel Ogba. And they do have the ball right on the edge of the goal, and Todd Gurley scores a touchdown against his former side. He obviously played for the Falcons last year, and he gets a touchdown here early on in the second quarter. Another great run from Mike Davis. 8 rushes for 70 yards so far, averaging nearly 10 yards a carry. Matt Ryan throws this ball deep again. Can Russell Gage go on it? Yes, he can. It's the second time that has happened. A fantastic ball to the right-hand side. Or the left-hand side, I should say. And now Mike Davis runs to the right. 11 rushes for 90 yards. Russell Gage with 2 fantastic deep catches and good throws from Matt Ryan. The ball's thrown for Matt Ryan toward Kyle Pitts, and he takes it in untouched for a touchdown. Kyle Pitts with his first touchdown as a Falcon here in the preseason. Doesn't properly count towards his stats, but he's got one. That should give him some confidence moving into this. We're up 12-7. We missed the 2-point attempt as well. And that ball was thrown into Will Fuller, and no defender was anywhere near him. There was a mix-up in coverage, and he scored a 46-yard touchdown here in pre-season. And he dances around with Cedric Wilson. And surprisingly, Brian Flores isn't that happy. I'm not quite sure why. Matt Ryan throws this ball. It was toward Kyle Pitts, but it was picked off by Xavier Howard. And he comes away with the ball, and he scores himself a pick 6, a touchdown for the defense of the Dolphins. And that's them up 21-12 now. Matt Ryan back in the ball just before the end of the second quarter. He gets absolutely smashed by McKinney there. absolutely destroyed. It's 2nd and 19 now. 30 seconds to go in the half. The ball is thrown here by Matt Ryan deep toward Russell Gage, and he's caught that ball. No, he hasn't. He's dropped it. Oh, that was nearly a fantastic catch from Russell Gage. This time on 4th and 16. And unfortunately, Taji Sharp cannot hold on to that ball. And we'll be turning it over on downs just before the end of the second quarter here. Can Miami get another touchdown to put this beyond doubt? Yes, they can. Jakeem Grant with the catch there. And they're going for another one here at the end of the third quarter. The backups are out now, and it's a great sack, and it's a fumble as well, and Means gets on the hold of the ball, and he just can't run away with it. And it's Jacoby Brissett, who's the backup quarterback, who fumbled the ball there on the sack. You can see absolutely no one blocking those defenders there. And we simulate the rest of this game after being so far down, and we've ended up losing the game quite convincingly. 45-15, not our greatest performance, unfortunately. But we move on to our last preseason game, where we play up against the Cleveland Browns, and we'll see if we can perform better in this one. Matt Ryan really needs to show a little bit more than he has been doing. He's thrown a few interceptions, but it's going to be tough against this amazing Cleveland Browns offense, mainly because of the running game. Nick Chubb there rushed for 5 yards, and it's 3rd and 1 now. And can we stop Chubb? Maybe. It's got right to the line, and it's 4th and inches, and we have managed to stop them thanks to a good challenge from Deion Jones. And we've got the ball now. Matt Ryan with it. He launches it deep toward Calvin Ridley, who's back from injury. And what a catch from Calvin Ridley. 49 yards. Flying through the air to catch that. Absolutely outstanding from Calvin Ridley. Move those chains indeed. See this, step back, loads of time over the middle. It's a dangerous place to throw it. It ends up going into double coverage, but it's a good diving catch from Calvin Ridley, and that's why he'll be a star receiver for us for the future. And it's toward Ridley again, and what a catch from him in the end zone. Ridley doing absolutely everything here. The ball was thrown up and he brought that down. And that's us leading 6-0 now. Great catch from Calvin Ridley, who's definitely going to be a leading receiver for us. Into double coverage again, but he goes and grabs that. No chance the defender was ever going to get it, but he grabs it and lands in bounds. And we lead 7-0 now. And here comes the Cleveland Browns to the edge. Nick Chubb is a poor angle taken by Fowler. Chubb gets past the first tackle and eventually tackled by Moreau on the second. Chubb with the fake. Oh, it's a poor throw from Baker Mayfield there, and it's collected by Maines. And Maines with a great interception after it was a poor throw from Mayfield, and the ball's launched by Matt Ryan here. And I tell you what, Calvin Ridley had to act as defender there, because that was going absolutely nowhere near him. Matt Ryan launches this ball long toward Kyle Pitts, and it's picked off by the Cleveland Browns defense, and they come back with the ball. Can they take this to the house? No, they get destroyed by the offensive lineman, and Denzel Ward gets his first interception of the day. And now, just with 2 minutes left on this first quarter, the ball is thrown just 2 yards out, and it's caught there by the tight end, Austin Hooper, the former Atlanta Falcons tight end. And it's going to be 7-7 should this extra point go through the post. Indeed it is. We're just coming toward the end of this first quarter, and it's 7-all. A tight game so far. Ball is kicked forward from the kickoff, and can Cordero Patterson take this to the house? That's what he's here to do if he can do it. He misses one tackle but gets challenged by the other. And we advance here towards this the end of this first quarter. Matt Ryan plays the ball back here to Mike Davis, and he only advances for a couple of yards. 3 rushes, 5 yards, not quite as effective today as he had been before, unfortunately, for Mike Davis. The ball is going to come back here. Hopefully, another running play, as we say, for Mike Davis. Let's find out if that's going to be the case. Indeed it is. Goes to the left-hand side, gets past the middle here. He's going all the way towards the halfway line, and that's better. 5 rushes now, 28 yards. Unfortunately, the ball was turned over on downs, and now it goes to the Browns, and that's a fantastic run from Nick Chubb. A good challenge from Harmon there, the free safety, our experienced man in that secondary. And Baker Mayfield with the ball again, thrown in to, that was very, very tight, and number 82 is broken away there, and it's a touchdown for the Cleveland Browns. It was very, very close. Higgins has managed to score himself a touchdown there, and we're 14-7 down. It was very tight defensive coverage there, but unfortunately they were just able to squeeze through. It's a very nice run from Mike Davis. He's improved after the first few carries were fairly woeful. He's improved toward the later part of this game. And Matt Ryan with the ball, moving to the left, throws it deep toward Russell Gage. It's a good catch from him. He had some great catches last week in the second preseason game, and he's continuing that today. Matt Ryan with the ball here now, just a few yards out, tosses it over to Cordero Patterson, who's going to get to the end zone, and he's going in for a receiving touchdown. The running back screen there, and it's just dumped off to Cordero Patterson. And he scores himself a touchdown. And Matt Ryan with the ball here at the start of the third quarter. It was a 4th and 15, and he's thrown it to the Taji Sharp, who takes that in for a touchdown. What a deep pass from Matt Ryan. 78-yard touchdown from Taji Sharp. Outstanding there, and we're up 20-14. We missed the extra point. It's a sack now. There we go. Bavarius Mingo with it. Great coverage downfield, and the ball is turned over, and it's launched from Matt Ryan toward Kyle Pitts, and it's intercepted this time not by Denzel Ward. I thought it was, but instead that was intercepted by Johnson the third, and he intercepts that ball, and it gives a chance for Cleveland to get themselves back into this game, and indeed they have. As a timeout after an injury for Harrison Bryant, the tight end of the Browns, but a nice throw there toward Russell Gage again from Matt Ryan. We're 1 point behind Cleveland here as we reach the fourth quarter, and the backups are out. McCarron throws it towards Hawkins, who is the rookie running back, and he's out of bounds there. A nice catch and run. McCarron plays it back to Cordero Patterson, who makes a defender miss, and it's 3 rushes for 24 yards from him today. 3rd and 4. Can we get the touchdown? That's a poor throw from McCarron, and it's picked off by Olsen, the backup secondary member for the Browns, and it's not great. The Browns managed to work their way downfield. They only got themselves a field goal, and there's 1 minute left in this fourth quarter. Can McCarron take us all the way downfield to get ourselves a touchdown to win the game? It's launched towards Zacchaeus, and he's caught that ball. He went up in double coverage, and he caught that. Outstanding from him. McCarron throws the ball towards Smith, the third choice tight end there. 4 completions for 79 yards now for McCarron. They're there, 14 yards from the end zone. They just need a touchdown, do the Falcons, to win this game. And it's thrown to Hayden Hurst, and they've got themselves a touchdown. What a catch from Hayden Hurst. He went and high-pointed that and brought that down. And really, no one was going to catch that ball apart from Hurst there. A great throw from McCarron. And you can see how high Hurst goes and gets that. Outstanding, beating the cornerback there and brings that down. There's just 11 seconds now for Cleveland to get a field goal. At worst, they need to get at worst a field goal. It's a good catch after the throw from Case Keenum, and can they get themselves a tie by kicking this field goal? It's a 55-yard field goal. Can they do it? No, they've missed it left. And the Atlanta Falcons win their final preseason game, 27 points to 24. We played particularly well in that game, I say. Nice catches from Taji Sharp. We managed to put a lot of pressure on Baker Mayfield. Remember that early catch from Calvin Ridley. A few interceptions. I tell you what, we did pretty well in that game for our last preseason game. You can see we passed a lot. We had managed to have a few takeaways in the game between the two sides. Mainly it was interceptions that had been caught by the Browns. But yeah, you can see, looking at the games that are going to be coming up, we have to play up against the Philadelphia Eagles in the first game of the season. You see, we were 1-2 in preseason. Everyone else in our division was 2-1. But yeah, Philadelphia Eagles is our next game we have to play, and I hope you will come back and watch that with us. It should be a very interesting one. So until the next one, we'll see you then.